My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're doing well. What I have here is the Teton Sports Mountain Ultra tent. This is the one-person version. There is a 1, 2, 3-person, and 4-person versions of this tent. Back in roughly 2017, I reviewed this product. Now with it being 2022, it's time to come back to this product, take a look at it, see how it's changed, test it out, and review it once again. This was a product that I could easily recommend back in the day because it was a good product. The quality was good, it was waterproof, and the price was excellent. Over time, things have changed. This is not the same product that it used to be. There are some differences. In this episode, we will be talking about those differences, and we will be taking a close look at the quality of this tent. What I have planned is a multi-part series involving this tent. In this episode, we're taking a look at quality specifically. We're going to talk about the differences between this version and the previous version. In part 2, that will be a waterproof test. We will set this up, we'll get it out in the rain, and we will see just how well it performs. After that point in time, I will continue to test this product out, and ultimately, my review will go up. It is my hope that in the end, I will be able to recommend this product to you all, because again, folks, this is a budget-friendly tent. The retail price of this is $110, but I paid $83 for this tent just the other day. Even at the full retail price, $110 for a good quality one-person tent, that's not bad. For $83, that would be a fantastic bargain. So folks, let's go ahead and take a look at this product and let's check out the quality before we move on to further testing. This is the Teton Sports Mountain Ultra one-person tent. It comes with this stuffed sack. You have a draw pull at the top, you have a handle in the center. It comes with 2 compression straps. And these feature buckles. These are nice. And this is a carryover from the old version. Honestly, folks, I would leave these behind and use these for other things. You don't really need these, but they're nice that they give them to you. I've used those things for other purposes and they work great. Right here we have some tent stakes and we have some guy lines. So we have 2 guy lines. We have 8 tent stakes. Very simple, hook variety. These aren't bad. We also receive a setup guide. We have the tent pole. This is just one large pole. This is the tent fly, and this is the tent body. And those are the components that make up this tent. Once you have the pole in place, the body simply clips on. Now that the tent has been set up, I'm going to look at it very closely, looking for loose threads, looking for holes, looking for issues. Right off the bat, as far as feel goes, this feels like a very good product, especially for the money. This tent is made primarily from polyester, but it's a heavy denier, so it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. What I'm really impressed with so far, there's not a single loose thread with this tent. I mean, the quality here, the construction, is impressive. Generally, when you're talking about a budget tent, you will have loose threads all over the place, but that's not the case so far. There's one door with this tent. The zipper is nice and smooth. It's a no-name zipper, but that's okay. You do have an integrated gear caddy at the top. There's a bathtub floor, and all of the seams are taped when it comes to the body. Now everyone, I'm going to put the fly on, but I'm going to put it on upside down. I want to take a look at the quality of the seam tape and the stitching. I tell you what, everyone, this is interesting. This is where we stand, everyone. I've checked this tent out inside, outside. I've looked at the fly, the body, everything. I am super, super impressed. For $85, this has to be the best looking budget tent I've ever seen. The construction on this is absolutely top notch. I did not expect to see that. There's not a single loose thread on this tent, and that blows my mind. I've never seen that before. Even with the previous version, there was loose threads all over the place. That's not the case here. I'm a little bit shocked, to be honest. Again, that's not what I expected. Usually for this price range, it may be functional, but it's not going to look good. But this looks incredibly good. There's not a single issue that I can see. No loose threads, there's no holes. I don't see any light coming through the fly. The seam tape looks excellent. The zipper is smooth. I have no complaints, not at all. The setup process for this is super simple. The body and the fly are color coded, so you cannot set this up the wrong way, unless you're just simply not paying attention at all. As I mentioned already, folks, this tent features one door. On the opposite side, you do have one vent. The fly can be attached to the poles via Velcro. The stored dimensions of this tent, you're looking at 18 inches by 5 inches. When it comes to the setup dimensions, you're looking at 80 inches by 30 inches by 41 inches tall. This tent is available in 3 colors, gray and silver, red and yellow. And when it comes to the materials, they are as follows. The Rainfly is a 66 denier, 3mm ripstop polyester. The inner tent body features a 150 denier polyester. You're looking at a B3 FR micro mesh for the walls. The floor is also a 150 denier polyester. With the tent pole, you're looking at a T6 aluminum pole. And the storage bag is also a 66 denier ripstop polyester. All right, everyone, let's talk about the differences between this tent and the older 2017 version. I will have to look at my notes here to make sure I get this right, because there are some substantial differences between the two tents, even though when you look at them, they're basically the same. So first off, this tent is available in new colors. Previously, I believe it was only yellow, but now you have red, yellow, and you also have the gray color. I've even seen a white version of this tent, but I can't find it available any longer, so maybe that was a previous color. When it comes to dimensions, this new version is 2 inches shorter, and as far as the width goes, 2 inches has been shaved off. The 2022 version is 80 inches by 30 inches by 41 inches, whereas it used to be 82 by 32 by 41. The stored dimensions between the two tents is virtually the same. As far as price goes, back in 2017, the retail price was $170, and back then I paid $118 for it. The retail price of this now is $110, and I paid $83 for it. Now, the materials are slightly different. The older version of this tent featured a higher denier polyester for the fly. This one is less, and that contributes to the lower weight. Also, the smaller size, lower weight. So talking about weight, this version here, the new version, is 4.4 pounds. The old version was 4.7 pounds. The old version included a ground sheet. This version does not. You can purchase that separately though, if you're interested. I would recommend not doing that. It adds quite a bit of weight. You can use a piece of plastic, save yourself a ton of money, and also a ton of weight. As far as the differences go, those are the ones that I've noticed. I've not seen anything else that is different. The word of the day for this episode, at least, is impressed. I am very impressed with what I'm seeing here. Teton Sports, good work. I'm impressed, man. I really am. I did not expect to see this level of quality for $85. I'm shocked. I really am. So good work to you all. It seems like you all are paying attention, you all care, and I hope that translates to waterproofness. That is the next step for this tent. I'm going to get it out, I'm going to storm test it, rain test it, waterproof test it. We are going to see together just how well this performs. That is coming up very, very soon, folks. With the overall changes that I'm seeing with this tent, I don't think they're that big of a deal, unless you're a taller, bigger person. If that's the case, the one person may not be the best choice for you. You may want to consider one of the larger size tents. Taking 2 inches off of the length and width, that is going to be a problem for some people. So make sure to pay attention to the dimensions very carefully. Will it work for you? Only you can answer that question. As far as the materials go, it's a trade-off, really. You go down in terms of like overall strength, but it's a lower weight tent. So, I mean, pros and cons, folks, pros and cons. This does feature a lifetime warranty, and you may need it. Before I came out here to film this episode, I did do a quick search about this tent, and I saw numerous reports of broken poles. With Teton Sports offering a lifetime warranty, those individuals were able to get replacements, so that's great. The poles themselves are very, very small, they're very thin, but it's the same pole from the previous version, the 2017 version. I've not had any issues, and I've taken the old tent out in the snowstorms with winds around 30 miles an hour and never had a single issue. Does that mean you won't have an issue? No. I haven't had one. Everyone, this episode ends here. Make sure to comment down below and share your thoughts. What do you all think about this? What do you all think about the quality? I'm impressed. I really am. This is not what I expected. I tell you what, I'm glad that I've come back and revisited this company. If things go well with my testing of this tent, I will be checking out other Teton Sports products. If you have a Teton Sports Mountain Ultra tent, make sure to comment down below and share your thoughts and experiences. Have you had any sort of issues? If you had issues, has the company backed you up? Have they taken care of you? That wraps it up for this episode. Everyone take care, be well, hit the like button before you go. Please consider supporting the channel on YouTube or on Patreon because it is appreciated. The channel is agenda free. I bought this with my own money and I'm going to give it to you all straight. The good and bad. For now, I'm done. See you, folks. Bye.